S&P 500 may have some troubles from the Japanese yen interest rate going up. So what happened to the what S&P 500? What level should we watch out? This is very critical because it may drop for a few months from here. So you have to watch this level very carefully. Welcome to ymchannel. This channel is only for education purpose. We don't recommend you any trade. S&P 500. This is monthly chart. So my indicator called YMOBOS, which is the yellow candle, they tell you this level is overbought. So basically, if this yellow disappear and they close below, it means they continue to drop. For example, here, the last yellow, they they finished and then they close below the last yellow, the lowest point, and then they continue to drop. This one, same thing, they continue to drop. Another trick is if the yellow happen to drop below the red line, then this is very, very dangerous. It means this is a sell signal, basically. For example, here, for example, here, for example, here as well. Okay, here also they ask you to reduce already here. Okay, so basically you need to pay very highly concerned about this because this is monthly chart. One candle is 1 month. Okay, so this level is 6748.9. Okay, it's still changing, but roughly around 6749. Okay, so basically we are still above it. We're just slightly above it. Okay, so you need to be a bit be careful on this. Another thing I want you to check is the weekly chart. Weekly chart. Basically, so if you look at here, sorry, back to the monthly chart first. Monthly chart, the last yellow, because we are still in the last yellow. Okay, so we don't need to concern the close above or the close below. So as long as they close below this red line, this is monthly chart, which is end of this month. Okay, the last trading day in December, you need to check, is it below the red? If yes, you better to do something to reduce. Okay, and then the other thing is weekly chart. Weekly chart, any problem here? So I can check the money here first. Okay, first thing happen, you see the green candle here, YM chip entry, institution come in. So institution, they are buying from March to May, which is around this candle. And then they all the way go up, they all the way go up. This YM big buy mean the money. They track only big volume money. Basically, you can see from July, the price is still going up, the stock is still going up, but the money is going out. The big volume trade, they tend to sell. Okay, they take the profits, they're selling. We are still in the selling mood here. Okay, so another thing we always check is the weekly chart. We check the red line first. The red line here, do we change the direction? Not yet. But we drop below the red line. It means this is quite weak. Okay? But the good thing is we do have the red, blue, and purple in sequence. So this is good. Hopefully they can go up back and then they will have a crazy move later. But one thing I'm quite concerned is about the Japanese interest rate. I want to show you right now. Something is quite interesting. Usually, we don't happen to have this. Usually, the Japanese interest rate is very low. So some big fund house or institution or big investor, they borrow money from Japan because the interest rate is almost 0%. So what happened is they have a zero cost capital, and then they come into this US market. Okay? What happened right now is the Japanese want to raise their interest rate. So what happened when they raise the interest rate? One part of the fund house or institution, they sell the stock, they sell the crypto, they sell the bonds. Why? Because the yield is reducing. When it is reducing, they will sell to reduce the risk. Okay, they sell to pay back the Japan what they mortgage, what they take the margin. Okay, so what happened is if you look here, when the rates go up, the stock go down. When the rates go up, look at the range, by the way. This one, they go down. But you see the range is not so big compared to this. The first time they'll go up, look at this range. And basically tomorrow, likely we will announce another time of go up. So if it happen, it is very likely they go down more. Okay. Another thing is the USA, they're reducing the interest rate. So this is a good thing. They will push up the price a little bit, but so that's why the market is quite fluctuating. So you need to be careful. Now we're in the very fluctuating market. Another thing I want you to check is the interest rate. When the interest rate going down, it means the economy is not doing really well. Okay, so you need to be careful. It is likely we will have a correction here. And in my previous video of S&P 500, I mentioned before, it's likely we will have a W shape in 2026. Okay, will be very frustrating to have a W shape like something like this. The whole year will be frustrating, basically. So let's see if they can stay. First thing, the monthly chart, can they stay above the red? If yes, then we are safe. The second thing is you can check on Monday also, because if we wait for monthly chart, maybe it's a bit too late. But if Monday, or if tomorrow, the stock, you see the stock, what are they doing? What are they, do they react a lot? Did they have a big drop? If we don't, I want you to give you full picture of what's going on with the market. And when we do the decision, we don't do it by emotions. We do it with the chart. We do it with the chart. Okay. So if you happen to have a downward signal, for example, the red changed direction on weekly chart, daily chart, or monthly chart, you need to reduce your stock. Okay. Another thing I want you to check is daily chart. Since here we have upward trend, right? The blue line is important. Purple line is super long term. Blue line is regular term. The red line is a fast track line. Okay. And if we check here, basically we see this purple, we start from here. The blue, we start from here. So basically, if the blue or the purple, they change downward, this is a downward trend. This is no, for example, here. They confirm you this is a downward trend. Okay. And if the red, blue, the red is the one at the lowest, and then the blue at the middle, and then the purple is the top, and they're going downward, they have a big push to go down. Okay. Because they are in the same direction. The trend, this is super long term, this is regular term, this is short term. So right now, look at this sequence. We are getting there, but the direction, we are still two up, one up, one side, one down. So you need to be careful. Okay. When the blue going downward or when the purple going downward, this is a trend going downward. You are not buying stock when they just change to the bear market because you will buy at the top. Okay. And now we look at this pattern. Do we look like low point or a high point? This look like a double top, right? And right now we are below 3 lines. So this is a weak market. The fast track line is going downward. So short term going down, regular term we still sideways. Okay, is it clear? So another thing is we can check the OBOS, which is the last yellow candle here, which is here. The lowest point is here. Okay, the lowest point is 6718. So it's better to stay above that. And actually, yesterday, this candle, it looked so beautifully. They closed right at that point. Okay, and hopefully this one can serve as a support. Okay, another thing I want you to check is my new indicator called YM up down. They tell you roughly where is the turning point, and it is a very good indicator. You can buy my indicator bundle. So this is up, this is down, this is up, this is down. This basically we have one up yesterday. Okay, because it serves as a support. Okay, But when we use this indicator, I want you to combine with the YM chip pass, because this is the money, this is the fund. When they happen to have a up, when you want to buy, if they haven't got this above this average, we are not going to buy. Okay, we are waiting. When they have the up, institution not yet coming in. This is crazy. So I want you to see, for example, this one. This one, when they have an up, you check. YM chip entries have institution come in. Wow, this is a bonus point. And when they go up, look at here. This candle, this red candle going above this line. So this is a confirm signal to buy. It means the institution is higher, they come in higher than the average. So this is good. And this institution come in. So you buy here. This is like, and you have a purple signal here. Purple is OBOS, oversold. Okay, so this is like a bingo, bingo, bingo. So they tell you, hey, buy in. But here, when you selling, when you have a downward trend, check here. Okay, the first thing you check, the money. Did they come down? They did coming down. So you reduce your holding or you sell your holding. Okay, by the way, this is only to help you to have insight, honest insights from the chart, not by emotions, but by some calculation and some support. You can see the money, are they coming in? Are they coming out? Here, when they have the up, they have the YM chip entry and they have the candle to go above it, and even they change the direction. So this means institution holding is increasing. So we can buy. And another thing here, you can sell, okay, because it's reducing, the money reducing, and they go below this line, okay? So you sell here. Now we have an up, but the up, we have one up, but the up, we don't have money catching up. So we don't have a buy signal yet. The up, although we have up, okay, up doesn't mean this is the right exactly the bottom. They can still go down for a few more days or a few more candles, okay? So I want you to match with the money once you buy this candle. For our peers who bought this bundle before, this is a new indicator and this is free for the one who already have my indicator bundle. It's included. Every time I add some or I create some new indicator, I will give it to you for free. You don't need to pay more. It's all the time like this. Once you bought the bundle, you are forever to subscribe to my channel, to my club. So basically you are the member and then you will always have the new indicator. Okay. So another thing I want you to know is S&P 500. Right now, do we have any buy point right now? Let's say you don't have my indicator and you just tomorrow would be the Japanese index, the Japanese interest rate going up news. So likely you need to pay attention to this, okay? And we are quite weak, to be honest. We are below free line. So there's no buy point. There's no buy point, okay? So let's see how it goes and become, and don't sell everything right now, but don't buy anything right now, okay? So this is the update today. I hope you like this video. This is only for the education. We don't recommend you to do any trade. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend if you want me to cover more video. Bye-bye.